Did I get it?
Yep.
Record chats with Casi in the car. Let's go on the trail.
Hi guys, I'm Carey, your local real estate agent here in Vienna, Virginia, and I want to introduce you to my friend, Jess. Hi. Jess loves where she lives in Vienna, and one of our series that we're doing now is talking to other Vienna moms about where they live and why they love it and some other cons. So let's go for a walk. All right, Jess, so how long have you been in Vienna?
I've been in Vienna for about 5 years now.
Oh, that's not that long.
No, we moved here right before the pandemic, and where we are now was a lifesaver during the pandemic because we couldn't go out into town so much, so we really enjoyed exploring the woods in Vienna. There's lots of little trails and creeks and rivers to throw rocks and catch fish and just explore.
Where did you move from?
So before moving to Vienna, we were in Falls Church. We really loved being close to the city.
Yeah.
We loved the city life. But as our kids got a little older, we wanted more of like a town feel. We wanted to be with friends that the kids could walk around and it was safe and there were sidewalks in the neighborhood and they could ride their bike wherever they needed to get to.
So when you were like originally looking 5 years ago, were you only looking in Vienna or did you have other options at that time or kind of?
No, we were looking all over. We were looking in Fairfax. We were looking all over Fairfax County. But as soon as we came to Vienna, it felt special. As soon as we got here, we were like, this is the place. I knew one person that lived in Vienna and she always spoke so highly of the town. So we were like, let's check it out. And we came into this neighborhood. I saw the house. I didn't love the house, but I loved the neighborhood. To be happy where you are is a blessing, and we just found what we liked in the area that we liked, and now I can't imagine living anywhere else.
That's crazy.
You told me you'll never leave your neighborhood.
Yes.
Why?
I love the proximity to our neighbors. I do like the little library and the walking path.
You love your neighborhood, but
I love our neighborhood. I love that there are sidewalks in the neighborhood.
Okay.
So we can walk all around.
Love it.
The kids can walk to and from their friends' houses without having to get on the double yellow road.
They can dirt bike to showings, which is also really
They can
fun.
only dirt bike in our cul-de-sac. This is the little library and the entrance to the woods. That is the street that I want to be on.
Oh, wait, what's that one?
Macy.
Macy. Okay.
Our neighborhood is called Eudora, and because we're so close to Wolf Trap Center for Performing Arts, all of our streets are symphony. So there's percussion, reprise, prelude.
So you like being outside of town because lower taxes.
Yep. The school does Walking Wednesdays. Right, see. So the school does Walking Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, folks from the neighborhoods walk to school, and Cafe Amori provides coffee for the parents as they drop their kids off.
So you're Wolf Trap Elementary. Are you Kilmer-Madison?
Kilmer-Madison.
Did that play any part into you buying where you bought when you originally bought?
I think that Madison and Marshall are both really good schools, but Madison has an AP program and Marshall has the IB program. And we've spoken to folks that have said that if you are really into the International Baccalaureate program, that you can get into Marshall. So I felt good about either one.
Having the option?
Yeah.
So do you have any cons of living in Vienna?
I would say the traffic can sometimes be not so wonderful. Cole goes to school all the way in Oakton now on the other side of town.
I like Oakton though. I feel
Me
like
too.
Oakton and Vienna are such great neighbors.
And you know what? It's really been nice because it forces me to that side of town, and there's so many great restaurants over there.
Ooh, Mama Tigra.
Yes,
That's
yes.
my favorite.
One of my favorite restaurants in town is Hawk and Griffin, the British pub.
Oh, yeah, trivia night.
loved it.
You love trivia
They have
night.
trivia night on Wednesdays.
Okay, so this actually brings me to my question of you because you're in the northeast quadrant.
Yep.
Of Vienna, but you're outside of town.
Yep.
So your proximity to what, 267 right up here?
Yes, we're on the Dulles Toll Road, so I can get to both IAD and DCA within 20 minutes. It's amazing. They're both so convenient, and just being able to hop on the toll road really quickly and easily is very nice.
So where do you spend most of your time though, I guess as a family from this side? Like where do you guys go to dinner? Is it just in the town of Vienna or? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll go to town for dinner. There's nothing there's nothing back here. No. So we are primarily going into town if we want to go to dinner. And I know this sounds funny, but a lot of the reason that I say I don't want to leave the neighborhood is because of the people. the friendships that we've built, the roots that we've put in with a lot of the friends that the kids have developed is so nice.
That is true.
And once you find like
Your people.
as an adult, it's tough to make friends. So once you find your friends, you're like, okay, great. This is the barn. So there are performances here. It's more like small, intimate performances. And like comedy shows, shows for kids here. And then if you keep going straight is the main wolf trap. I like that we are so close to the city, but it feels very wooded and green.
Your neighborhood is also unique. I was saying as we were pulling in, like you have some like originals and then you have some new builds.
Yes. It's a good mixture of
It is a good mix.
And then there are folks that buy original and instead of tearing down, they just add.
Oh, chill. That's a nice. So you have some mid-century modern, you have colonial, you have split level, and you have split foyer. Yep.
Do you have any like negatives of like where you live in Vienna? Do you have any negatives? Because you have friends all over Vienna. Is there anything that you wish?
I wish that we were closer to Cardinal Hill. I wish that we could walk to Cardinal Hill, which is the pool in the summer, the pool and tennis club.
One of the negatives of this neighborhood, I would say, is
The yard sizes can vary drastically, and it's so hilly in this neighborhood. Most of the backyards are on a slope or a slant, so it can be really hard to find a home with a yard that is flat and usable for the kids.
Any other like location specific negatives for you, or are you just like really happy up here in the northeast quadrant outside of town?
I'm happy on this side of town. I can't think of any negatives. I mean, we could be within walking distance to the town, which would be really nice.
But then you'd have more taxes.
Yeah. So no, I love our neighborhood.
I love you, Dora.
I love you, Dora.
It's amazing.
I would tell my friends to work with you. I do tell my friends to work with you because you're so fun. You work really hard. You're always thinking about how to get someone what they want within how they need it. So you're not only thinking about their wants and their needs, but how you can get them everything all at once, and you're fun to be around.
Thank you. You're so good. I love it.
You're special.
You're special.